Onegaishimasu. Okay, thank you for joining us. Today is August 21st, Friday. We're going to continue on the Kata menuchi attack, and this evening we're actually going to go ahead and explore some of the more advanced, we'll call it advanced or less commonly seen techniques than ikkyo, nikkyo, sankyo, kokyunage, and things like that. Okay, we've explored those on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So with that being said, let's go ahead, get up, stretch up a little bit, and hopefully get through about 4 or 5 techniques. Okay, to the shoulder, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju, and down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, and going forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Backwards. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Across. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Diagonals. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Twist waves. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Right hand up, stretch to your left. Up. Left hand up, stretch to your right. Up. Right hand up, stretch to your left. Left hand up, stretch to your right. Okay, down to your right side. Flat. Okay, switch over to your left side. Don't sit the foot as high as possible. Okay, back up to your right. Left toe is up. You're on your left heel. Right foot should be as flat as you can make it. Switch, right side. Okay, legs apart, hands to the middle, and split to the middle. Okay, look to your left. Go, Tim, go. Go, Tim, go. Okay, look to your right. Okay, back to the middle. And sit it down. Okay, both hands over to your right side. Up. Both hands to your left side. Up. Okay, both hands to the middle. Up. Okay, bring your feet in. Grab your toes or your ankles. Forward down your feet. Remember, exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up. Hand down, exhale. And up, inhale. Down, exhale. And up, inhale. And last one, down, exhale. And up, inhale. Okay. Sitting up into Seiza. Okay, flip toward your wrist stretches, starting nikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Good hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Left hand, okay, nikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Right hand, same thing. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Left hand, sankyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Right hand, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Kokyunage, left hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Right hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Now same thing with the right hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hich, hach, ku, ju. Take those left fingers, pull them out, straighten out the arm, and down to the ground. Now switch over, same with the right hand, fingers out, straighten them and down. And shake them out. Okay, left hand back, right hand up, go down to the left elbow, reach that right hand across. And up. Right hand back, left hand up. Okay, now down to that right elbow and reach that left hand across. Up. Both hands, if you can do both hands and try to get both elbows. You can get both elbows, try to get all the way back. And then up. Okay. So staying in seiza, reach your left hand behind you. Now take your right forearm, put it against your left thigh, and look back behind your left side. Okay. Switch over, right hand behind you, left forearm against your right thigh, and push. Look on the right side. And switch. And switch. Okay, and now get up. Here. Same in seiza. Try to put your hands in front of your knees as best you can. Try to keep your feet flat on the ground. Rock up to your toes. And from here, kick those legs, kick those knees straight back. Now, walk those hands back to the feet and just hang there for a second. Okay, as you're hanging there, now swing a little bit right to left, just hanging. Okay, and come all the way up. All right, so let's go ahead and do Kaisabaki. We'll go through all of them. So first one, Kaiten. So we're here, so I get 90 degrees, so we can see what we're doing. So ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju, 10 count. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hiki, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, switching right or miki hani. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hiki, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Now you need 10 count. So Make sure when you're doing a Rini Tenkan, that the hands, for the most part, stay in front of you the whole time as you're moving, okay? I know, at least when I started, even now, I have a tendency of I'll let my arm just kind of flail around a little bit, you know, to add some flair, but try to keep them in front of the shoulders the whole time so everything's connected. So, Rini Tenkan, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Front foot tension. So, we're doing front foot tension. One way to think about it is I'm doing something where the attack is coming to my front side, so I've got to acknowledge it and then move away, okay? So that's front foot tension is something is attacking my front side, I acknowledge it, and then move diagonally across from it, okay? So, as we're here, left leg that how many? So, each, knee, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Same thing, nigihami. Again, something is coming after my front side to this side, so I have to acknowledge whatever that attack is, and then move out of that way. Okay? So here, each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, now when we do rear foot tension, something is coming to our open side, okay? So front foot tension, something's coming to our front or our closed side. Rear foot tension, you can think of as something going to where your body's exposed. So again, you've got to acknowledge it, move that back foot, and let that front foot follow through, okay? So, if it makes tension easier to think about, something's coming from this side of me, so it's now my back side, where I'm kind of open, I acknowledge it, I move my back foot off on a diagonal, front foot follows back, hands come down, just to resituate myself in a martial position, okay? Again, that's just my thought on it. You know, don't know if it makes any sense to anybody, but it makes sense to me. So we're here, so rear foot tension, so each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Now, right or migihami, same thing. Again, rear foot tension, something's coming to this side of me, okay? The attack's coming from this side, so I've got to acknowledge it, move that back foot off at an angle, front foot slides back to give me the distance, and boom, I'm right there, okay? So here, so each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shi, Ju. Okay. So for this evening's class, we're going to kind of skip over ukemi for tonight because I want to make sure we review a couple of things. So what we did on Tuesday and on Wednesday, kata menuchi. So it's a grab and then a strike. Okay. You can think of it in two ways. So it's a grab and a strike, or it's a grab and you strike them back and they're blocking. Either way, you've got two things kind of going on at once. So the primary way I've been doing it is as they grab, we slide in and then do an attempt to their face, causing them to block. Okay. On Tuesday, we focused on the shomen hand, on the striking hand, and did nikkyo, and then did shihonage. Okay? On Wednesday, we started the same way, but then we focused on the grabby hand. So for that, then we had to do a front foot tenshin to expose that grabbing hand in order to do nikkyo and then shihonage. Okay? Now, we're going to kind of jumble everything together a little bit. So for tonight's class, again, we're going to focus on some throws that I like to do. So, same start. So same kata menuchi. As soon as they grab, I strike back. Now this time, I'm going to raise up, pivot my hips towards my partner, keeping contact with that hand, cut down. As I cut down, I'm going to turn it up. As I bring it up, I should be having their arms essentially locked up. It's an arm bar from here, okay? Then from here, the way I like to get rid of it is I move my hip across and then through, okay? So as we're here, they grab, I come in, strike them first, off the line, and from here, I raise my hand up, turn more to my side, cut down. As I cut down, I wrap my arm. As I wrap my arm, I have it kind of point forward so it gets into my center. Hopefully that should lock up both their elbows. And then from here to throw, I got lots of mats to move. So from here, I just shift my hips to my left to throw them away. The ukemi for this one, I think I've done it to you a couple of times, is here. Now from here, as you cut down, think of it almost like you're doing a reverse juji nage to them. So you're trying to lock up both their arms like this, okay? And then throw them from there. So let's try that together. So we're going to do the nage waza portion 8 times, and then we're going to try so you can feel what the ukemi should hopefully feel like about 4 times. So we're here. So they're going to grab kata menuchi. They're grabbing with their right hand. As soon as they grab, I strike. I turn my center to my left. My hand is still up. I cut down by bending my knees. I scoop my arm. As I scoop my arm, I stand up. As I stand up, my arm should be in front of my center. Now from here, I shift everything to my left, open up to throw. Okay? You don't have to throw them, I just like to throw them. I like to throw people out. So now we're here, nikihami. So they're grabbing with their left hand. As soon as they grab, I strike them back. From here, I turn my center to my right. I cut my arm down as I bend my knees. Now from here, I scoop my arm and I bring it up. As I bring it up, I'm really pushing my arm out. I'm not just making a bicep curl. I'm pushing my arm out. Now, to get rid of or to throw them, I shift my hips to my right to throw. Okay, now facing towards the camera. So here, left, they grab on. As soon as they grab on, boom, I'm striking them back. I turn to my left. Now from here, I cut down, bending my knees. I'm going to scoop my arm up. As I do, I try to keep good extension. Now from here, I'm just going to move everything to my left to help throw them away. Throw them at 10. Next, I'll throw them at Kata. So, you're here, right and behind me, they're grabbing at their left, you come in, striking ukemi, cut down, bending those knees, scoop up. As I have it scooped up, now I should have them locked up. I turn to my right to throw. All right. Now on the 90s, or left. So here, left is the darihami. They come in, boom, strike a temi. Now from here, I turn to my left. I cut down. As I cut down, I bend my knees. I scoop the arm up, keeping it in front of my center. I want to have both of their elbows. Now, I shift to my left to throw. Okay? Right, or maybe from me. You had to know that this one was coming. They're grabbing on. As they grab on, I strike. I pivot to my right. I cut down and bend my knees. I scoop the arm up, bringing it in front of my center. Now from here, I shift to my right to throw. All right, last two. So here we are left, or darihami. They're grabbing on. As they grab on, immediately come in and strike. Turn towards your left. Cut down, bending those knees. Scoop that arm up. As you have them scooped up, hopefully you should have them nice and tight into you. Shift to your left to throw. Okay, last one. Double check, make sure no one's trying to get in real quick. Nope, okay, just no one but us chickens. Move. So, Mikihami, so they're grabbing. As soon as they grab, strike. From here, look, turn your hips to your right side. Cut down. As you cut down, bend those knees. Scoop the arm up. And you have it scooped up. Now from here, shift to your right to throw. Okay, so now for the ukemi, what should hopefully be happening to uke at this point? So I'm going to do I'll do about 4 or 5 of these. So as I'm facing the way the camera's facing, I'm going to grab them with my left hand. As I grab with my left hand, they strike. I'm going to block. Now, at this point, they're turning everything to my grab arm side. They cut down. As they cut down, my elbows should almost go on top of each other. Now, from here, they're going to scoop. As they scoop, my right hand, which did the shonen, should be pushing my left hand through. So it should almost look like a kokyunage. And then from here, if they were to throw us, it would go back behind my hip, back that way. Okay? So here we are again. So still facing the way the camera is. Now I'm grabbing them with my right hand. As I grab with my right hand, I block. Now from here, they cut down. As they cut down, my left elbow goes on top of my right elbow. They bring it all the way down. As they bring it all the way down, now they scoop it up. My left elbow, my left arm should be pushing my right arm. So again, I look like I'm almost in a kokyunage shape here. And then when they throw, that throw should come back to this the way I like to throw, 45 degrees. Back behind their body. So I'm here. I'm going to grab with the left. As I grab with the left, they strike, and I have to block. As I block, then they cut that hand down. As they cut that hand down, my right hand is going over my left. It comes all the way down. Now when they scoop, they're pushing my right arm, which is pushing my left arm. So look, should look almost like a reverse kokyunage. And I should be at this point where I, shouldn't have too much balance. My shoulders should be way off my hips. And then the way I like to throw, and I'm going to go my hand here real quick, is I like to throw back in this corner. That's just me. Okay? One more for the ukemi. So, I'm here grabbing. I'm going to grab with the right. And as I go for, I have to block. Now, from here, I cut that arm down. As I cut it down, my left elbow should go on my right, over my right elbow. They bend their knees, they're cutting all the way down. Then as they scoop, they should be moving my body over. Okay? So, at this point, then they throw me away. Where we get in a lot of trouble with this one, at least I know I do, is I don't do the full cut down, and I only get them at the wrists or at the forearms. And then they're like, yeah, what's the big deal? So you got to make sure you cut back far enough so you get their elbows. If you get the forearms, it's okay-ish, but it's not really secure. If you got the elbows, you got some security. Okay, so that's the first one. You could call it a yakite jujinage, reverse jujinage. You could also call it a kokyunage. I know, I don't like these terms. Okay, the second one is to do one of Yamada Sensei's favorite. It's a iriminage, but an unconventional one. So as they grab, he initially comes in, strikes, then does a tenkan and throws a iriminage that way. Okay? So, as I'm facing the way the camera's facing, he's done this one in seminars, and it's also in his power and the basics. So what he does is he starts like he did all the other ones, and then he lets it go. As he lets it go, he does a tenkan kaiten, raises up, bringing his hand between the grab hand and their head, and then throws iriminage. Okay? So we'll do the throw, then we'll do the ukemi to kind of figure out what's going on. Okay? So as we're here, left and hidari hami, they're grabbing with their right hand. As they grab with their right hand, we come in and we strike them back. Now from here, I'm going to let that hand move. As I do a tenkan. As I do a tenkan, I do a kaiten. So I should be facing back. Now my right hand goes between the arm and the head. And I should have their face kind of facing where my hand is. And then from there, I just shiriashi or slide forward to throw iriminage. This is one where you sometimes want to warn your partner before you do it. If not, it becomes a little abrupt. So as I'm here, they grab on, I do the atemi. Now from here, I start to pivot. I keep that hand there, thinking, oh, they're winning. As they're winning, I do that tenkan. As I do that tenkan, I kaiten. As I kaiten, my left hand literally shoots right in front of their face. And then from here, I just slide forward and throw iriminage. Sometimes you'll see Sensei where Yamada Sensei will literally just grab the head with both hands and plop them. It's fun, I swear. So we're here, left hidari hami, they grab on. As they grab on, boom, we do that initial strike. From here, we let our striking hand almost like collapse as we do our tenkan. Then we do our kaiten. That lead hand, now our right hand's going to snake, getting underneath their chin. As it gets underneath their chin, we just slide forward and throw. You okay, John?
No, I mean, an ukemi that knows what he's doing because I'm not visualizing it very well.
Okay, so we'll get to ukemi in a second, okay? So as they're here, they're grabbing on. As they grab on, we come in, boom, strike. Now remember, your partner is holding on to your right shoulder. So you're going to make them think that they're winning. So your right hand starts to come back, and you really wrap your partner around you, tenkan kaiten, as you then bring your left hand all the way through. Left hand all the way through. Their heads on this side, their hands wrapped around your right shoulder, and then slide to finish. I don't think I'm throwing you with this one yet. Or if I have, it's been a long time. So from here, left with the daddy hami, they grab on. As they grab on, boom, we slide in, attack. Now from here, remember, they're grabbing that left shoulder, okay? I let that right hand go as I do that 10 count. Now I kaiten. As I kaiten, I should have my partner kind of wrapped around my back. My right hand shoots up towards their face. As it shoots up towards their face, then I just slide to finish the throw there. Okay, right to menuchi. Here they're grabbing. As soon as they grab, boom. Now, we let it turn, tenkan, kaiten. We do that kaiten. That left hand, that now new lead hand, shouldn't really be snaking and going for their throat. As it goes for the throat, then I slide forward to finish the throat. Okay, left, look at that on me. They grab on. As soon as they grab on, boom, striking them back. From here, I pivot, tenkan, kaiten. As I kaiten, I might have to kaiten a little bit more because I have to be able to get my hand between their head and their arm. And then from here, slide forward and throw. Last one. So here, right from menuchi. They grab on. As they grab on, boom, striking. Now I pivot, tenkan. Kaiten. As I kaiten, I gotta look for their head. Oh, there's their head right there. And then from here, slide forward to throw. Okay, so let's explore this ukemi real quick. Okay, so as I'm grabbing here, so before we do it together, so you'll kind of see what's going on. So as I'm grabbing on, I'm blocking. Now as I'm blocking, they're letting that arm go. So I'm like, oh, I'm winning. As I think I'm winning, this hand's getting wrapped around this way. My head is exposed this way. The hand comes through right there. Make sense yet? So, as I'm here grabbing, I'm about to strike, they strike me back, and as they go to do that tenkan, I'm like, aha, I'm winning. But now they've done that tenkan, as they do that tenkan, that draws that arm that way, then they do the kaiten, exposing my neck right here. Then from there, then they just slide and finish me off. Now does it make a little more sense? Okay. But the big thing is they have to hold on to that grab so that you can twist them. If you don't, we can work on the contingency. Contingency is way more fun. So as I'm here, so now I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm uke. So as I'm here, I'm gonna grab with my left hand. I'm gonna grab with my left hand. Oh, they strike. I'm here. Now they're doing that tenkan. They're doing that tenkan. I'm gonna lead that hand because I'm like, oh, I can strike. Now my left hand gets pulled like it's gonna almost like they're gonna do a shiwanage to it. Because it's holding onto that shoulder. Back from here, that hand comes straight up, right where my neck is. And then from there, boom, down through ukemi. Okay, so right or menuchi. So again, as I grab, I come in here, I block. Because they struck it. Now, oh, they're doing the tenkan. So I can have the hand go forward. So I have the hand go forward. My right hand is going to go off my shoulder. As it goes off my shoulder, they're doing the tenkan kaiten. It's almost like in a shiwanage position. The hand comes up right where my throat is, and then they throw me. Okay, now facing the way the camera's facing to the camera. So as I'm here, I'm going to grab with my left hand, I block, and then I continue that hand to come down. I'm thinking they're striking. Now from here, they're doing that tenkan. Now notice how that hand comes off my shoulder. Now as they do the finish that tenkan kaiten, it almost looks like in the shiwanage, their other hand comes across my throat and then throws. So as I'm here, I'm going to grab with my right hand and I block. Now from here, I'm going to continue that left hand going forward. As it goes forward, my right hand gets pulled off and away from my shoulder, almost like it's a shikonage. Now that hand comes up between that wrist and my head. So my neck's completely exposed, and then throws. A little bit betterish, or does it kind of make a little bit more sense, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to get it out of the way just so I can get it out of the way, just so I can say we did it once. What happens if they don't hold on? I haven't done that to anyone in this dojo yet. So, if they don't hold on, I go here, here. Now, as they let go, I literally step, grab them around the waist, pick them up, and drop them. So that one works. As I'm here and here, I just let go. As I let go, my partner literally swings around, grabs me almost like a bear hug from behind, lifts me up off my hips, and then just drops me. There's always a plan B. So that's the most Aikido one I can show you. There's another one that's not Aikido. It's more Jiu-Jitsu, which is a choke. We won't do the choke tonight. I'm supposed to keep it on the menu. I'm supposed to be good. Okay, so here we are. So we go back to the same position. As they grab on, we strike back. Now from here, as I pivot, as I do my tenkan, as I do the tenkan, they let go. As they let go, I should already be looking at their back. As I look at their back, I then swing my left foot around, bend my knees. As I bend my knees, I grab around the waist, or just below the waist, up, and then step back to drop it. You can also do this as a variant of Aikido Otoshi as well. I just like to grab and slam. No putting them on their head. So here we are, right? They come in, they grab, boom, we come in. Okay, now from here we pivot. As we do that tenkan, about right there, is usually about when they want to let go, because like, oh, I don't like this, my fingers don't feel good. You should be looking at their back. As you look at their back, my right foot steps behind them. I bend my knees so I can get lower than they are. Bring them up, and then drop them down. Yamada Sensei has a couple of videos where he does this really, really awesome. I think he actually, wait, Kata, you trained with Rick Stickles, right? I think there's an old video of Yamada Sensei doing that particular throw to Rick Stickles.
To Rick, yeah.
Yeah, where he really just, Yamada Sensei just lifts him up and then just lets him go. So, as I'm here, grab, Kata menuchi, I come in, boom, I strike. Now, I start my tenkan, oh, they let go. I can see their back. I step with my other foot, knees are bent, going around the waist or around the hips, lift up, and then you can just literally take one step back to help to drop them down. Again, this is one where you might want to warn your uke that please hold on, if not, plan B is always worse. Okay, so here, they're grabbing, as they grab, boom, atemi, now I do my tenkan, as I do my tenkan, oh, they let go. Their back is right here. I just swing my other foot around, bend my knees, grab around their hips, lift up, and drop them. This one is a lot of fun. We get a good routine. We take the ukemi. So here, grab on, boom, strike, tenkan, and then tenkan, they let go. I swing my other foot around, boom, grabbing up, lower their hips, raise up, and drop them. Here, so come in, they grab, boom, back, back. Tenkan, they let go at the tenkan. So from here, I just step, grab, lower, bending my knees. As I bend my knees, keep my back solid, up, and drop. Oh, I had the name of this thing like a day ago. it's like, it's not ukigoshi, it's, can't think of it right now. Okay, so, they grab on, as they grab on, boom, I attack, I do my tenkan, that's usually about the point where they'll let go. I can see their back, so I just step with my foot behind them, bend my knees, keep my back straight, grab around the waist, lift up and down. And make sure when you're lifting up, you're not just lifting up with your back. Use those legs to bring them up. You don't have to bring them up a lot, just a little bit, just enough so their feet go, ah, and then you drop them. Okay? So last one, right, or mikihami. So I'm here, I come in, I strike them back as I do that. I do the tenkan. So about that point they let go. I can see their back. I should be able to see their back at that point. So I step. As I step, I bend my knees and I get my arms getting underneath their hips if possible. Up and then drop. Okay. So those are two of my favorites, or not two of my favorites. Two of the ones that you won't see very often. Next one, Kata, hiki, otoshi. Pulling shoulder drop. So it starts off the same way. Now from here, I'm going to snake my rear hand in as I drop the other hand to keep that hand up. So I'm on that shoulder with that hand. Now from here, I tenkan, kaiten. I should be throwing them out that way. That's where they grab. That's where they should go. Okay? So, as I'm here, left and hami, they grab. As soon as they grab, boom. At this point, my rear hand snakes in and cuts, keeping contact with that shomen hand. Boom, it comes in, goes over their shoulder. This other hand goes on their hip. Okay? Now from here, I tenkan. As I tenkan, I bring that elbow to me, and then I kaiten to throw them out that way. Okay? Kind of make sense? Okay. Let's try this together. So we're here, left, or hami, so they grab on, boom, strike them back. Our right hand literally snakes in underneath our left hand. Now it would be sweeping away. It sweeps away. Now our right hand is where their shoulder hand is. My left hand goes to their hip. I get closer to them. My right hand drapes over their left shoulder. Okay, now at this point, I do a tenkan, but it's a 90-degree tenkan. And then I do a kaiten to make sure that they go out that way. Okay? One way you can know if you're doing this one, I won't even call it correct, just the way I like to do it, is whatever hand they grab with, or sorry, whatever side they grab with, you should be throwing them to that side. So, as I'm here, right, or mikihami, they're going to be grabbing on with their left hand. As they grab on with their left hand, I strike them back. My left hand goes underneath my right hand. As it does, it replaces. Now my right hand comes to their hip. My left hand is going to go over that right shoulder. Okay, now from here, I do that 90-degree tenkan where I bring my elbow into me. And now I kaiten to send them out that way. Okay, left or hami. As they grab on, I strike back at them. Now, my right hand literally comes right through and then cuts. As it cuts, I can slide in just a little bit more. So my left hand gets onto their hip. My right arm drapes over their shoulder. As it drapes over that shoulder, now from here, I'm going to do a 90-degree tenkan. So as I do that 90-degree tenkan, I bring my right elbow to me, and now I kaiten to finish the throw. This is one of those throws where it's best done dynamic. So here they grab. As they grab, I strike back. my left hand comes underneath, cuts, I slide in a little bit more. Right hand's on their hip, left hand goes over their right shoulder. Okay? Now, as it goes over the right shoulder, I'm going to do a 90-degree tenkan. So if you notice, I'm facing 90 degrees from where I started. And now from here, I kite in to finish the 180 to throw them 90 degrees. Okay. So now on the 90s, so here we are. Left and that kami, I should be throwing my partner towards the kamiza. So here they grab, I strike back, my right hand snakes through, cuts, left hand is at their hip, right hand goes over the shoulder. As it goes over the shoulder, I do a 90-degree tenkan, I should be facing the camera, and then I kite in, boom, and now I'm facing the kamiza, throwing them into the wall. Because I'm just that kind of person. I'm helpful. So here, right, or hiki, they grab on, as they grab on, boom, strike them back. Left hand snakes in. As it snakes in, right hand goes towards their hip. My left arm will drape over their shoulder. Now from here, I do a 90-degree tenkan. I should be facing the kamiza. Now, as I do my kite again, boom, I throw my partner through the camera into Kathy's living room. Hey, I'm helpful like that. Okay, two more. So we're here. Left, everybody on me, they come in, strike the back. Right hand comes through, cutting. Other hand comes onto their hip. Right arm drapes over. As it drapes over, I do a 90-degree tenkan. I'm facing the kamiza. And then I do a kaiten and boom, throw towards the camera. Okay, last one. So here I am. Migi-hami, they grab on, strike them back. As I do that, my left hand comes underneath, cuts, and I slide in a little bit more. Left arm drapes over their shoulders. Right hand on their hip. Now from here, I do a 90-degree tenkan. I'm facing the camera. Now I do that kaiten, and boom, I should be throwing them towards the kamiza. Okay, so the ukemi for that, it's actually a lot simpler than it looks like it should be. So as I'm here, I grab, I go there. Now, at this point, their hand's going to go over my shoulder right here. Now, as I do that, I'm going to step because you're going to pull me that way. Then from here, they're just going to finish the throw and throw me, again, the way they throw me towards that side that I had forward. So as I'm here, I grab, boom, I block. Now from here, that hand cuts up and it goes over my shoulder. As it goes over my shoulder, they're going to do that tenkan, so that takes me 90 degrees. Now from here, then they're just going to finish the throw and continue to send me that way. Okay? So, we won't do too much. Well, let's kind of just work through it just so we get the whole, where do the feet go? Okay, so we're here. Left, and hiki. So as I grab with my left hand, I'm going to block with my right. Now from here, that hand slowly snakes through. It goes on the shoulder. As it goes on the shoulder, and they do that tenkan, I'm going to have to step around because they're bringing me through this way. And then from here, they just finish off with the throw. Okay? So right, or migi-hami. So as I'm here, I grab and then boom, I block. As I block, they're going to replace the hands and bring that hand over my shoulders. They bring it over my shoulder, then they do a 90-degree tenkan. As they do that, boom, it brings me to this point, and then they finish with the throw. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do the marine roll. Yeah, wait, no, sorry, what was it? There you go, okay.
Like a ball.
Yeah, okay, so I'm here grabbing left, as I come in, boom, I block. Now as I block, again, that hand's gonna come through go over my shoulders. It comes over my shoulder, and they do that 90-degree tenkan. I should be moving forward with it. Now, from here, that other hand's on this hip, and then they're just going to really throw me or project me that way. Okay? So, last one. So, right or midi-hami, so I'm here. As I grab, boom, I block. Again, that hand's going to come through. As it comes through, that hand's going to drape over the shoulders. It drapes over the shoulder. Then they do that 90-degree tenkan, where I step with them. Now, from here, they just send me all the way through. Okay. Next one, it's hard to show without a partner. Nikkyo on the grabbing hand. Okay, so nikkyo on the grabbing hand is I come in, same beginning, I do a front foot tenshin, and then bring it down. Okay? So I'm using that as my leverage point. I bring my elbow down to do nikkyo, and then from there, finish the pin. Okay? So this one is requires a little bit more thought, I guess, or visualization, because there's no real big movements to it. Okay? So I'll do it towards the camera so you can kind of see. One way in which I've seen nikkyo done, which is a little less than pleasant, is it comes in the same, starts front foot tenshin, hand goes here, then you bring your other hand up, and as you step in, you apply the nikkyo, leading down with that elbow. Okay? Now, on this one, you do have to be careful that when your partner taps, that you let some of the pressure off. Why are you giving me that look? I'm not doing it to you. Okay, so here we are together. So, on the left, there's Daihami as it comes in. Boom, I strike back. Now, I'm going after the grabbing hand, so I do a front foot tenshin. Boom. I cut down. As I cut down, I literally glue my right hand onto my left shoulder. I raise my left hand up, and as I step in, I turn with my hip and everything, and bring it down for nikkyo. Now, usually about here is when most people will tap, so then I release it, knee down, and in. Okay? Okay, so now they're grabbing with their left hand. As they grab with their left hand, I'm nikkyo, I slide in, boom, strike back. From here, front foot tension, really drawing them out. Now from here, I cut down. As I cut down, I glue my left hand onto my right shoulder. Now I raise my right hand up, pivot my hips and everything towards my partner, stepping in, bringing that elbow down. So as I bring that elbow down, they should hopefully be going, okay, I'm good. All right, now from there, I release, lead it down. So, wait, let's see. Yep. Knee over. And, let's see. Sorry, it takes me a while now. Make sure I got the right arm. Okay. So now, at the camera, they come in. As they come in, boom, strike your right back, front foot tension, cut down. When you cut down, glue that right arm, your right hand onto your left shoulder, raise your left hand, turn your hips, step forward with that left as you bring it down. Okay, as you bring it down, up, they go up, we're good. So from here, bring it up, and then down. Knee down, here, as you have your heads that way, and in. That's a right side. Here's now your right or midi-hami. As they grab on, boom, striking back, front foot tension, cut down, glue your left hand onto your right shoulder, raise your right hand up, step in, and bring that elbow down. At that point, they go up, they tap. So release it, bring the knee down, other knee down, in, and that's our left hand, and in. Okay, one more. Left, if you're down knee, and you come in, strike a ukemi, front foot plank shin, cut down, glue your right hand onto your left shoulder, raise that left hand way up as you turn those hips. Now step with that left hand that's got a little turn to it, bringing that elbow down and twisting it into it. Now about that point, they're like, oh, that hurts. So coming on underneath, down, and down. From here, that should be their right arm and hand. Okay. Knee coming. They grab, strike, front foot tension, cut down. Glue that left hand on that right shoulder, raise it up, step in. As you step, you're pivoting, you're turning, down. Now from there, they tap, so coming up underneath, and then all the way down. From here, that should be their left hand and hand. Okay, last two. They grab on, ukemi, front foot tension, cut down, glue that hand, your right hand onto your left shoulder, raise that left hand up, step as you step, bring that hand, bring that elbow down. They tap, release, and then all the way down. Okay? And that's our right arm. Last one. On right ukemi, they're grabbing with their left as they grab in, attack them back, front foot tension, cut down. Left hand onto your right shoulder, raise up that right arm as you raise it up, step, and really bring that elbow down. If you want to be extra nice about it, or not so extra nice about it, bend those knees. Now from here, they tap, so turn it down, and that is their left arm, their head is that way, and in. Okay, should be the last one for the evening. Yep. Just in time to do 8 of them. So, this is the one that Wayne Shihan did with us last time he was here, which is a simple kokyunage, which is you come in, strike, you keep that there, and then you tenkan, just leading them down into a forward roll. Okay, so as I'm here, I come in, boom. This is more of a connection exercise for uke. As they keep that connection, you just tenkan out of the way so that they can do a forward roll. Okay, so together, here we are. So left hand ukemi, they grab, I strike, I keep that hand there. And I just do tenkan to lead them through. Right ukemi, they grab on, as they grab on, boom, we strike, and then from there, we tenkan. Just so they can fall. Here, left hand ukemi, grab, strike ukemi, keep that hand there, tenkan. Ukemi, they grab on, strike, and then tenkan, keeping that arm extended the whole time. Okay, left hand ukemi, grab on, strike, and then from here, tenkan. Okay, ukemi, here, you grab, strike ukemi, and count. Okay, last two. Left hand ukemi, they grab on, so boom, we strike back, and then from there we end count. Last one. Here we are, right ukemi, they grab, strike them, and then from here, end count. Okay. And that being said, どうもありがとうございました。Thank you all very much for those of you here in person as well as those of you on Zoom. Haven't decided yet what I'm going to do next week, but it's going to be something different. So tune in, same bat time, same bat channel. Batman. Next Zoom class will be Sunday, weapons and basics. We're still going to be doing Boken stuff.